Hey everybody, this is Hannah and this is my Gemsona challenge. This is the first time that I've done one of these talking videos, so forgive me if the mic quality is abysmal. But anyway, basically this is more of like an unofficial challenge, but I went onto gemdat.org and I refreshed, and there's a section on the website that comes up with a random gem type every time, so I decided that I was going to just pick a gem type at random and I would create what I thought a gem might look like from the show Steven Universe. It's my favorite show. I think it's had a big impact on the way that I draw. My style's really sort of coming into my own now, but just a couple of years ago, this was pretty much exactly what I would draw like. So anyway, I got the gem Painite. This was purely chance. I know it sounds like some super edgy Gemsona that maybe I would make in 2008, but honest to God, this is the one that I was given, so I figured, let's do this. I think when I heard the name Painite, then what came into my mind was more of a gem that would cause someone some serious damage, so I was like, okay, let's see what I can do with this. And in the end, I decided, an assassin. I thought that would work because, it seemed like it was quite a dark gemstone, so it would blend well into, darker environments, so I thought, you know what, this would be pretty good for, a ninja assassin type character. I figure, Homeworld's got lots of dirty politics and stuff, so it would make sense if there was a gem class that was made to carry out assassinations on other worlds and all that junk. I'm sure lots of them were used in the Earth Rebellion. But yeah, so that's what I came up with. She's more like a stoic type, very sort of, I'm just gonna kill some gems. I don't really know what I'm saying. I wanted to give her more of a dynamic pose than just standing there, so in my mind I came up with the idea that I would have her standing on lots of crushed or shattered gems, because, that's kind of hardcore. Oh god, this really does sound like a super edgy, emo core OC, but I swear to God, that's not what I was trying to do. It just ended up happening that way. I think normally my characters are a lot more happy rainbows, we love ourselves, we love girls, we love feminism kind of thing, because that's pretty much who I am. But yeah, so this was something new. I'm not sure if Painite is a type of quartz. I wasn't exactly sure what type of gem it was. I looked around, but I'm no good with geology, so I don't actually have much of an idea of what's what. So, also I am so bad at drawing simple shapes, I don't know if hexagons count as a simple shape, but I had to actually draw it on its own and then, mess around with it a little bit because I just didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, I really love the way that the Cruniverse draws Connie's nose. I have a weird fixation on huge noses. Not just huge noses, but any noses that aren't the typical Disney heroine style ones. I don't know, I just love noses. When I have a crush on somebody, then I look at their nose. Is that weird? It's not a fetish or anything, but I do think noses are just really pretty. So, but yeah, I'm not sure if maybe I did her hair a little bit too detailed, but I don't know. I mean, this was meant to be in the Steven Universe style, but at the same time, I do prefer to give hair little details, separate some strands and things like that. I don't know, that's kind of, I don't want to go all detailed into manga hair and stuff, but that's just kind of how I do hair, so what do I know. But yeah, This was actually drawn before the whole wanted thing came out. I'm not so sure anymore if all gems have that kind of straightforward diamond insignia jumpsuit thing, but I just went with it, you know. I mean, ages ago I was drawing a Steven Universe fan comic and I drew Rose with a similar sort of design, and in the soundtrack attack game, then when you're making quartzes and stuff, then you can give them that type of uniform. So I don't know, maybe that's just something that all quartzes wear, but that's still unexplained paradox, so I honestly just don't know at this point. I'm waiting for more Homeworld episodes to, you know, come up with this. But this was actually drawn for the Wanted special, like, to sort of celebrate it, because I absolutely love this show. It's probably my favourite show of all time, and I've been here since, like, I don't know, episode 14 or something. So I've been dying for years for, like, Steven to go to Homeworld and see all that. I'm still upset that we haven't seen White Diamond yet, but I guess they're saving her for some special thing. But yeah. Okay, so here I was deciding her gem weapon, and I decided that because she is an assassin, then some bow and arrow would be pretty good. Not like Opal's, but more like it has little diamonds on that like pierce into a gem and crack it and explode it, which I think is pretty badass. But that was the idea that I had anyway. But yeah, so for Wanted, then I was like, well, you know, Steven's finally going to Homeworld, so I might as well look at inventing some new gem class or whatever. So yeah, that was really the main reason for doing this challenge, but life gets in the way as it often does, and I didn't get around to recording it before now, so yeah, that's why this is coming so late. But holy hell, that bomb was amazing. It was just all over the place. Who is your favorite? Because mine is definitely Rhodonite. I really like her. I've been like, I don't know, I love Pearls. Pearl is my favorite character probably ever in the history of anything. So I loved seeing the Diamonds Pearls as well, but knowing that like other Pearls have been like, oh my gosh, I want more than just slavery, and then going and fusing with a freaking ruby, like, oh, I love it. I'm so happy that other fusions like Garnet are a thing and have been a thing like all these years, this whole time. Okay, so here I can't remember exactly where I got this from, but basically what I did was I found a picture off of Tumblr, which was someone had put together a handy guide which were like lots of different official art pictures, and I sort of keep in theme with the way that they colored the gems in the show. I went and I guess sort of meshed around with the colors a little bit, changed the hue and saturation and all that junk until I found basically the colors that were with the original Painite gem. Because, you know, I'm still learning things like light and color and things. I think I've definitely gotten a lot better than I have been all this time, but I'm still learning, so I'd rather play it safe, you know. But yeah, she seems like a pretty badass gal. I like her. She's pretty great. So yeah, this is Painite. I was so happy with the Wanted bomb. It was like everything I'd ever hoped for. To see Homeworld like this. I mean, obviously I'm still like, where is White Diamond? But at this point I'm pretty hooked on the theory that Pearl originally belonged to White Diamond, so that is my reasoning for why she probably hasn't appeared yet, because as soon as she does appear we're gonna start getting questions like, oh my gosh, you look suspiciously like a Diamond's Pearl. when are you going to talk about that? And I guess that the Crewniverse just aren't quite ready to talk about that yet, so that's something. Okay, so here basically, like with the gem, then I just sort of, I took official art of Jasper and changed around the colours and things like that because I like to play it safe. And I mean, I wouldn't consider this like stealing because it's a fan gem, you know, like this isn't going to any real project. This was just a fun challenge to, you know, have some fun with character design because I really love character design and I reckon, you know, someday, somewhere down the line, I would quite like to be a character designer. But I mean, you know, I'm still in uni. I just finished my first year, so I still got a way to go and a lot to learn about that kind of thing. But in the meantime, it's a lot of fun just sort of looking at what I could do, especially with challenges like these. So I really don't mind if people think that, you know, I'm cheating the rules a little bit by colour dropping from official art, because whatevs, you know, it's Steven Universe at the end of the day. I'm just making another faceless homeworld soldier. But yeah, another thing that I really love about this show is just how they draw lips. Like, I mean, you got your typical thin lips, and I guess, I can't remember, does Lapis have like those tiny, perfect little heroine lips, or does she not have any at all? I can't quite remember, but like Garnet and Amethyst, I love their lips. They look so puffy and cute, and I just want to kiss them. But yeah, I really adore this show, and I feel like ever since I got into it, then it's just really inspired me with my artwork personally. And like I said, I think my style is really starting to become my own now, and that is all thanks to this show, because before I started learning from the style of this show, I was just drawing like anime all the time. And I mean, don't get me wrong, anime style is cute, but I don't think anime could have personally got me through university and into some kind of career, because it's not my thing. Like, I was drawing it, but I wasn't improving at all, because it's just not where I see myself going. So I really am grateful for this show, also because of all the themes that they have going in it. Like, obviously, me of all people, I'm gonna bring up the LGBT themes because they just mean so much to me, and I feel like it would have made my own process of coming out a whole lot easier if I'd had a show like this growing up when I was younger, because I don't know, I've never really been that like uncomfortable with who I am, but it was very sort of like, I don't know, it would have been a lot easier to be like, oh okay, so this is this, and this is what it means, if I'd had a show like Steven Universe, where Pearl is just constantly like on the hunt for a GF. That's gem friend, or girlfriend, who knows. But yeah, at this point I was pretty much done with the character design. I can't remember if I went back and made a couple of changes, but I went on to you know, draw some of her victims. I took reference from gems that have already appeared in the show, like bismuths and rubies, and I think some rose quartzes and amethysts as well, but also just some random others. Honestly, who knows? There's so many gems on Homeworld that we just haven't seen yet, and I'm fascinated to see what all their gems look like. I mean, the Gemsona maker on that doll maker website is pretty darn good, but obviously it's not canon, so who knows when we'll actually get to see other cool gems. I love, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going on about the lace bomb. I love these zircons, they are so awesome, and I just adore them. But anyway, I think this is about done now, so yeah, this was a lot of fun to do, and I'd probably do it again when I'm a bit more experienced. There she is. That's Painite, a assassin class gem from Homeworld under Yellow Diamond's ownership, I guess. Servitude? What's the right word? But anyway, yeah, please, you know, if you like this video, like and subscribe. All of my deets are in the description box. Thank you very much.